Alright, I just got out of the Silver Crown race and seen what? These are for sale? We got the NextGen Cup cars already. Let's, first off, just take a look at it. Look at the car, a little closer look at things, and, you know what? It's got a lot of late model to it. It's got a bit of GT, a little V8, and it looks good on the outside. You're going to understand why I said that. See, the dash in there is massive. On the inside, let's just hop in the car real quick. And if I do the right buttons here, let's go with roll bar. Well, we've got this. This is very, very odd looking, and it's going to take a bit to get used to. So, the dash is essentially a little screen that feels miles away. This bar coming across here is so odd. And the whole interior, I mean, you got essentially your normal Cup car. Then we've got the shifter, which is now not an H pattern, so that's odd. The dash, though, is just really weird, and it's going to take time getting used to. It would have been, I don't know, more I guess it looks like a Tesla, you know, like maybe more of a stock dash. Like, I know that it's all about eliminating higher weight, so the less dash pieces you have, the better. But let's go drive it around. So you can see my normal view. It's very odd looking. It's just something that I'm not used to at all. So we're at Nashville. That's their whole plan, is to eventually get a race at Nashville. Let's go ahead and throw this up here. Engine, a little different sounding. Shift is nice and easy, like a GT car. And then we got our fourth gear, and that's not quite enough, so now we are going with a fifth gear. And there's going to be some short tracks that later on in the race you might shift down to fourth. Martinsville, you might get down to third. You can't just shift down right here. I was sitting there clicking it, trying to. You do have to do a little blip. But you could essentially try to shift. I don't think it's going to do a whole lot of good in this situation. But as for how the car drives, how it feels, I have randomly hopped into an AI session with GT cars on an oval just to see how it felt. And that's what this feels like right now. It's not a bad thing. I mean, this feels like an oval car, so don't get worried about that. It feels like you got to drive it a little more off the corner. It's interesting that we have the car now, and we don't know what the packages are going to be for the 1.5s. But this is very unexpected. But right now it feels like a decently powered late model with maybe a little too much grip. I'd like it to be a little scarier off the corner. Let's quick go back and just kind of, let's go sit in the stands. See what this thing sounds like and looks like on track. that up. So, sitting in the stands, it looks like a late model. It looks like a street car. I think the smaller trunk deck lid on it really helps it look like a street car. And then also what appears to be a tiny spoiler until the sun hits it right with the plexi spoiler. But it looks good. It looks wide, it looks fast. It's, I think, really cool. I'm not sure. I don't think you can paint the side skirts, so that's an unfortunate bit. But we'll see. I haven't even loaded up the paint template yet. Just wanted to get in this thing. You don't even notice the splitter, really. Like, that right there into the corner was the first time I even noticed it. My concern is how much air is that going to catch once it gets backwards, because if you come look at, oops, sorry, that is not what I wanted. If you look back here, from the shots that I was seeing, and we're just gonna go ahead and go like this, so that we can see, you got a lot of flat paneling, and not a whole lot of air escaping. Now, maybe there's something built in that we can't see, but to me, this looks like when you spin, it is going to lift you very quickly. So, we can look in the car a bit if you've never done this before. So, the driver, lots of headroom. The driver has a ton of room, like tons of space in between the pedals and the firewall. It's it definitely looks like it's got a lot of safety to it. And fuel tank really far back. Look at the inside here on the crash structure. There's not a whole lot holding up the deck lid. That is interesting. Now, how much is this correctly modeled? I don't know, but it looks like a lot more crash structure lower, all protecting the fuel. And yeah. Now, one thing that you don't really notice, or at least I don't, is single wheel nut. Not going to be a big deal. Bigger tires, not really a big deal. Let's take a look at the front. What's the front look like inside? So, splitter goes miles back. And let's see if I can get a little better. They don't model everything on the inside, because the more you model, the more it takes up. But you can see quite a... It seems like there's a lot less to the front end up there, but it could just not be modeled, or it's peeling away. I guess there's a bit. You got some space, a lot of crunch space, and then you go into the front end. So let's take it to a 1 mile or 1.5 mile track. So just give me a second to switch real quick. It's just way quicker and easier for me to do this without piecing it together for a more cohesive video. Let's just go to Kansas, since we were just there. And then we'll take it to a road course and see exactly what it feels like. But yeah, I am amazed that, first of all, we got this thing before packages are even decided. It would be kind of neat if they allowed us to test out different spoilers, different horsepower configurations, and see what sim racers feel would be best. Now, obviously, what I want is tons of horsepower. I want 850, 900 horse at these 1.5 mile tracks and no spoiler on the damn thing, because I want people to go back to driving it. But we'll see what this car does in the base configuration, and we'll see if it's any different than what I felt running NIS. Almost loaded up here. Should be popping up on screen now. Going to go ahead and put this back up. And we got the Kansas Oval in. Let's go take this thing out and see how it feels. Doesn't feel like it's weird. It feels like you're racing on a GT car that has. Do I have a 6th gear? Oh God! Please tell me this isn't all the faster we're going to be going. Please tell me this isn't. Okay. This is slow. This is pathetic. This is why I stopped watching NASCAR. There is no driving involved. This is Daytona. 51.447. This needs a lot more horsepower and a lot less downforce. Can I just drive in here? No issue. I mean, please tell me that this is just iRacing having modeled something wrong.
31.104.
I don't even think I can spin it out. Now, yes, you're going to be able to tweak it. This is baseline. It's probably set up tight. But who cares, because I'm 174 in the middle of the corner. And then I gain, what, 10 mile an hour? Nope.
51.574.
We're 4 miles an hour faster on the straightaway at the moment. Okay, short track, it was fine. 1.5 mile, terrible. I don't want to watch people driving around and not having to drive their asses off. Not a fan. Don't like that. That is bad. Let's go to a road course. Maybe that's the only thing that's going to save this car from being a total failure if they go low horsepower. Let's go to let's go to Circuit of America. I'm gonna make an ass of myself trying to get around here, but that's disappointing. That's not good. That is not racing. At least with IndyCar, they're on the edge when they're racing full throttle. There was no edge there. There was nothing. Like, I could go get someone who has never driven a car and never done sim racing, and put them there, and they would have been able to lap just as fast as me. Maybe that means I'm terrible, but I think it really means that the package is terrible, and that just needs to go away. They have went even further. If that is what they're going to run, they've went even further in the wrong direction, and that is pathetic. I thought this was going to maybe bring us something back to what racing should be. Yeah, I guess call it the Goody Dash car on 1.5s. That's frustrating. I was hoping maybe this cool looking car could drag me back into NASCAR, even though the point system is terrible and the stage racing is terrible. But no, it looks like right now that is not going to change how 1.5 miles are. It's going to make it worse. They're going to be driving 4 wide side by side. Well, we'll see if this at least drives like a race car on a road course. Because right now the current NASCAR absolutely sucks to drive. Whoa, okay, well, you got to slow down more than a GT car. That was a bad angle, too. Alright, let me see if I can even... Whoa, holy shit. Okay, well, I was expecting a GT car on a road course, since it felt like a GT car on an oval. No. I don't even know how I spun out there. Let's crank the force feed back up, because I definitely do not have any feel. Let's sit up a little higher, because I need to see where I'm going a little better. And we've at least made it further. Holy shit. Alright, well, this thing, it's ice. It's different than the current Cup. Like the current Cup car, you feel like you're going to lose the rear end all the time. This feels like it has too much front downforce. It's a bit like what I remember the V8 supercars like. Oh my god, this thing does not stop. Oh my god. I thought they put bigger brakes on these damn things. I forgot that you don't have to blip on upshift. Let's just start braking now. You do have to blip on downshifts. Oh my god. You're gonna have to get down to like 20 miles an hour. I mean, yes, I am bad on road courses, and this is a very, very tough road course. But I thought if we were making a GT car, essentially, that it would drive more like a GT car. It's very hard to feel the rear end, too. Very different feeling than what I'm used to. Oh, shit. Slow down. Can we make the turn at 40? Yes, we can. That was way too slow. Well, let's hope this helps us slow down up the hill. I know I got in there way too shallow. Well, yeah, we popped that. No, I didn't. What are you talking about? Corner cut me. Okay, well, still absolutely horrible to drive on a road course. And I think we pushed the splitter up into the rear bumper. I don't think this has the new damage model, so we got random weird damage there. Now, I am trash on road courses, but this thing was harder to drive than the ARCA car. And it wasn't even like it wanting to kill you. It just feels like it's just so nose heavy. Very nose heavy on downforce. So, as you would expect, any car is good on short track racing because short track racing is freaking the best thing in the world. This is going to be terrible if whatever horsepower we have in this thing is what they use on 1.5s in real life. Because you know they're going to put a bigger spoiler on the thing and give it even more downforce. Road course racing, I was hoping for a GT car. And, yeah, GT cars like to hide my terrible ability. I am still bad. And this thing, yeah, doesn't feel like it has a whole lot of grip. So, we'll see. You know, this is just a simulation. It could be completely wrong. They could change 1,000 things. But I'm going to say it's a big nope. Big nope from me. It's headed in the right direction on looks. I don't know about the shifting. Who cares, I guess, really? I mean, if they want to make it a production car like what you drive, then might as well just be an automatic. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I guess my opinions of it are that it looks good, but who cares if you're doing flat footing on a 1.5, especially when that's what most of the season is. So, yeah. Sorry to disappoint, but big nope from me. Thanks for watching.